Hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? And welcome to a brand new episode of Chris and Amanda's Song Swap Showdown. Whoa, we are so excited because today is the first of our three holiday themed episodes. If you
Mhm.
had the opportunity to check out our live stream yesterday, Sunday, we did. We spun the Wheel of Themes, a special holiday version of the Wheel of Themes,
Yeah.
and it landed on three show ideas. And it was packed. It was packed with a lot of ideas. And
Yeah.
I swears it, Amanda Sharp. I did not stack the deck. I
Well,
listen. The Wheel of Themes was spun, and it was shuffled every time too. By the
it's
way,
you
and
know, I
the
saw it with my own
fates,
eyes.
the fates would have it.
You're
The
right.
fates would
And
have it.
the most cruel part about the show yesterday
Yeah,
was it was like the one I wanted was basically just about to be
it
landed
was just
on.
about to be landed on. Well, you
And
never
then it
know.
hit the next.
Maybe we just do a bonus episode too.
I
Maybe we
mean,
sneak in a little bonus episode in there.
I wouldn't be against it.
I know you wouldn't be. I know you wouldn't be. But yeah, so listen, everybody, welcome to the show. And
Mhm.
as Amanda and I are just talking about, we did do a very special bonus episode where we
Yeah.
spun the wheel, a special holiday wheel of themes, and it landed on three episodes, three themes that we're going to be doing. So today's theme is all metal Christmas. Super excited. I even got my
Yay.
special Anthrax Christmas shirt on. And then our second show, which will be the following Monday, is called Mistletoe Memories, which is all romantic Christmas
That will be
songs.
fun.
Christmas love songs, as you would have it.
Smooching songs.
That's right. Smooching under the mistletoe.
That's
And then for our third show, we've got Yuletide Yucks, which is funny and weird Christmas songs, which is basically a part two from the one that we did
yeah.
last year, which everybody seemed to love. Like, we got a lot
Mhm.
of great comments, and everybody really loved and had a good time with that one. We had Mark Ronick on as a special co-host, filling
Yeah.
in at the last second for you because unfortunately your Christmas last year was a little was a
Under the
little
weather.
was a little under the weather. Wink,
Oh,
wink.
yeah.
But we're super excited. So listen, everybody, if this is your first time checking out Song Swap Showdown, well, welcome, welcome to our holiday themed episodes. We don't always do holiday themes, but Amanda's been waiting for this year, waiting for this time of year all year
Yeah.
long. Because
All year
if you
long.
do follow the show regularly, we do talk about Christmas music quite a bit. And Amanda's one of those
Mhm.
people that cruises in her car in the summertime listening to Carpenter's Christmas Portrait.
No shame. With my
No
windows
shit.
down.
It's Merry Christmas, darling.
You got that right. Four-way
Oh yeah.
stops and all.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Blaring. Christmas is blaring out the windows in the dead of summer. The heat of summer. But hey, listen, if this is your first time checking out the show, well, how the show typically works is Amanda and I each swap three songs with each other every single week, and those songs are based on a theme that is chosen by the Wheel of Themes, which we usually spin at the end of every show. However, these next three shows already been predetermined, so
Yeah.
no need to spin the wheel
No.
this time around because it's been done already. But we then rate those songs on a scale of 1 to 5 records.
Mhm.
In this case, with one being a Christmas tree on fire.
Ooh.
Your tree is burning up.
Which incidentally is
Yeah.
one of my fears in life.
It's like a Charlie Brown tree that just literally went right up in flames. Yeah.
Poof.
That's a 1 record. All the way up to 5 records, which is a chorus of angels on top of the tree,
Yes, on top of the tree.
all
Here
singing
now.
in harmony. It is on the Eternity Christmas holiday music playlist. That's where it belongs. That's
And
where it
you
will
know,
belong forever.
I did say yesterday, I said, I'm not sure if this episode's gonna get some 5 records. So
I
we'll
don't
see.
know. It's gonna be good. Listen, and this is one of these episodes too where I know when it comes to metal, like it's not everybody's cup of tea, but there are a lot of really good fun metal songs out there, Christmas versions. some serious, some funny, some just having a great time. And
Yeah.
I always found it so funny when metal bands do Christmas songs because you can usually tell they're just having a ton of fun doing them for the most parts.
Sure.
For the most part, and I always think that's great because hey, man, metal people are people too, and they also celebrate the
That's
holidays, and they're
very
also
good.
want to be merry.
It wouldn't always appear that way, but yes, I think you are not incorrect.
Yeah, metal fans are people too.
That is correct.
Yeah.
I just think sometimes their music isn't always merry.
Yeah. So I'm really interested. Your playlist this week is quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Quite interesting. And if I know you, you either one got suggestions from the community, or two, you went on Spotify's metal Christmas playlist and quickly cruised through songs that you thought sounded pretty good. And listen, in full disclosure, everybody, and once again, if this is your first time listening to the show, Amanda, and this is what the show's kind of the foundation of the show is based on this. Amanda is not a fan of metal. She doesn't listen to metal. She didn't grow up a metalhead or
No.
hard rock person. Like she's not a fan of that music. Amanda is country and pop and just
Yes.
wholesome music. And
It's
metal is not
in
her
me.
thing. Yes.
It's not. This girl
That girl.
right here is not a huge fan. That's right, Paula. That
That girl.
was not born and raised. And I think when you're listening to your music as you grow up, like so much does come from where you were born and raised and what your parents listened to.
Mhm.
And so I will admit, though, I did go through the Spotify. I just typed in Metal Christmas on Spotify. And
Okay.
Spotify, as it always does, did not disappoint and gave me a really nice blend of metal songs. Now, I guess so. When you send me songs, so you recently had sent me a metal TikTok, a
Yes.
metal Christmas song TikTok. And I guess that is what I always compare it to because you tend to send me the extreme versions of things just because
Yes.
you know the reaction it's going to do or the feeling.
Because I know it's funny.
Yes.
And I know you're gonna watch it and you're gonna be like, oh dear Lord. Like I'm
dear
used to
Lord,
seeing this
right.
kind of stuff and it is extreme and but it's funny, especially that video was really funny. Like she did it really well. And I'm like, I gotta send this to Amanda. And it's just
It was extreme. So when I hear that, that's what I think in my head Metal Christmas is going to be because that's the examples that I've had. However, when I went down the Spotify rabbit hole of Metal Christmas songs, I was very pleasantly surprised that I did not skip hardly any songs. I actually let them play out and enjoyed myself and had an experience. So I will admit I was much harder on Metal Christmas
yes.
than I ever expected that I should have been. Now that I've actually been a little bit diversified to that taste of music.
Yes. See, you were open minded, just
Thank you.
as I have been, because last year, I think it was last year, right?
Yes, I think
We
so.
did the whole country Christmas episode,
Mhm.
which, as I sent to you, is trending again in our
Yes.
back catalog. It's like in our top 10 most downloaded, most listened to episodes currently. So
You know what's funny
and that
is
was all you. And I was very open minded about the whole
You
country
were.
Christmas thing, and I actually was
You
very
were.
pleasantly surprised with the songs I wound up discovering and sharing with you.
And incidentally, apparently 90s country in general is trending with these younger babies, like 18 to 25-ish range, like these baby. I don't know what generation that is.
Right.
Someone throw us a bone in the comments. Dave, knower of all, he probably will know. What generation am I talking to when I say that? But I'm going,
Right.
why is 90s country coming back? So maybe that is also why our country Christmas is trending because those babies are listening to our episodes.
Yeah.
I mean,
it very well could be. I mean, listen, when I look at our data and analytics from our audience,
Yeah.
we get
right here.
we have people listening and watching us that are as young as like in their very early 20s all the way up to like their 60s. So we have a very broad range
We do.
of audience. And thank you very much, everybody, for checking out our show. Hey, and make sure you also, if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and also smash that little bell, as they always say, so that way you get notified every time we go live or we drop videos on this channel, which we do regularly, whether they're shorts or full videos or things like that, new episodes. So we appreciate it if you do that. And also, if you are listening to the audio version of this, which you can listen to on any podcast platform, and also watch the video over on Spotify as well. We appreciate if you hit a follow over there too. So that way, once again, you get notified when we drop new episodes, which is every single week. And Amanda, just an FYI, this is actually our 45th episode of the entire year right now.
Really?
Of the year, yeah.
We did a lot of episodes this year.
We have.
We always do a lot of episodes every year, but think when there's only 52 weeks in a year and we've got 2 more that we're going to do. High five.
High five. Yeah, it is our 45th episode of the year.
Look at us
go. When it comes to Song Swap Showdown. So, and we appreciate once again all of you for helping us out grow this channel. Yes. Because man, we have so much to be thankful for when it comes to all of you, our audience, our community, who have been just helping us grow and hitting that subscribe button and sharing the show and engaging with us and leaving comments and reacting. And I have a feeling this show will be no different. So please, and I already see the chat is lighting up. It's lighting up. And I want to get to some of these comments. There's so many of them. But I think what we should do first, Amanda, is let's dive into our first songs.
Let's do it.
Right? And then let's then go into the chat. And because there's a lot of fun going on today. And I want to make sure that everybody gets some airtime today. And yes, James Scott, what's up, party people? Love you, James. Thank you for checking us out. And Paula is saying, as a country fan, I consent, by the way.
Thank you, Paula.
Yeah, and Dave is saying Gen Zs are 30-somethings, Gen Alpha are 20-somethings. So thank you.
Are they just going like alphabetically now?
New Wave Dave.
Maybe it'll be next generation.
And
like beta?
Anthraxmas. Anthraxmas. That's right. Merry Anthraxmas.
Good morning and happy Merry Anthrax. Yes.
So yeah, there's a lot of great comments here, and we will get to them. So I please keep going. We will engage with you, and we will bring your comments up on screen because, of course, Dave's got his playlist suggested. Ian, as he does, has his playlist suggested. So I want to get into that, but I want to start the show.
Let's do it.
I want to dive into. I'm very excited.
Let's go for that.
So who's going first this week?
I'm really excited about my first song to you. So I think you went first last week, but I would love for you to go first again because I really love my first song to you.
You got it. And really quick, everybody, for all the songs that we are talking about today, you can catch them on our Song Swap Showdown Christmas playlist, which is available right now. You can use the link in the description here or use the QR code on the screen to access it, or head over to Spotify and just type in Song Swap Showdown Christmas playlist. We have all these songs that we're going to be talking about today, plus songs that Amanda and I have put on there, plus suggestions from our community. It's an ever-growing playlist, so please make sure you follow it and share it with anybody else that you love, who loves Christmas music. Boom. All right, so your first song to me is by Sabaton. It's Christmas Truce. I was saying the other songs that you put on here, I expected them to come from you.
Okay.
And I'm going to say they're not bad, but I expected them. This one I did not expect. I did not expect Sabaton Christmas Truce to come from Amanda Sharp as a song that you're like, I'm swapping with you. Now I know you went through the playlist, so I gotta understand right off the bat, what about Sabaton's Christmas Truce spoke to you?
Do you know? So I would have to go back and look and see where it landed in the Spotify playlist because I don't think it was like the first of them.
Yeah, I can't remember.
This one turned on, it had such a unique sound, and I immediately was captivated by the lyrics because oftentimes I say when I'm not a fan of metal because I don't always understand the lyrics or can hear them, and I really like to know the journey and the message behind the song. And so I will say almost immediately I was able to understand what they were singing about, and what a powerful song. It was as if this ballad just called my heart and claimed me as a fan.
Wow.
Yeah.
So would you consider yourself now a Sabaton fan? Would you be listening to more Sabaton music?
I'm not sure. I hear, from what I read and researched a little bit, they have an entire album about like wars and stuff. And
yes, they do that. That is sort of their thing. Is they do a lot of records that are based on history, European history.
which I think the tale of this tale in Christmas Truce is kind of part of why I liked it because of the history behind it, and it humanized the soldiers, of World War One, and they still were people. Like you said, metal people are people too. Like soldiers are people too, and we often look at them as tools to just fight a war. And this is a snapshot into, these were loved ones that were away from their families, fighting for their country. And while we all believe what we fight for is right, at the end of the day, we're all humans. And I think we always can find common ground. So I don't know, this message in this song just spoke to my heart so, so much.
Yeah, it's a very interesting song for sure. And just to give you guys a little backstory about Sabaton and this song. So to Amanda's point, this focuses on an actual historical event that happened during World War One, during German World War One. December 24th, 1914 is when the song is actually set. And this is coming off of Sabaton's The War to End All Wars, which was released in 2021. And Sabaton is a Swedish band. Or I should say, yeah, I believe they're from Sweden.
They're across the pond for sure.
Yeah, 100%. So basically, this is based on, as I said, December 24th, 1941. In the German World War One, troops began decorating the area around the trenches in the region of Europe's Belgium for Christmas. As they did, they celebrated by singing Christmas carols, including Still Knock, which is Silent Night. The British troops in the trenches across from them responded by singing English carols. The two sides shouted Christmas greetings to each other. As word spread, men from both sides of the Western Front ventured into no man's land to mingle and exchange food and souvenirs. They even played some football. It was a rare few hours of peace amongst the bloody conflict. That momentous first Christmas Eve of World War One serves as a basis for this song. So they recorded Christmas Truce for the War to End All Wars, a concept album that deals with themes tied to atrocities, miracles, and the events of the First World War. The bassist said recording a song about the ceasefire was the band's highest priority when they wrote the record. Not only was it the most requested topic by our fans, but for us, it was the emotional story from the war. This song took us years to create since we wanted the music to reflect the mood and honesty. It was a big challenge. Honesty, but it was a big challenge, but we feel we managed to write a song that captures the spirit of that day over a century ago. So if you're looking for a combination of history, Christmas music, Christmas themes, I'll say.
Yes. It's a Christmas tale.
And metal, power metal. Sabaton's got, like, they're considered in that genre, like that sort of like power metal. I wouldn't say Viking metal. They're not Viking, but it's like power metal, very symphonic, very like thick, Yeah. Sabaton is that. And this is a really good song. I will definitely say not my favorite of your three, because I will say I'm not a big Sabaton fan. However, I do have a lot of respect for them, and I love that their videos are always great because they actually will partner with certain historical societies and things like that.
Smart.
And actually use, like, when they're making the videos to tell these stories, like they're going in and they're with the tanks and all these stuff, and they like, if you're a big fan of like World War One or World War Two, like and the machinery and the all that stuff.
Yeah.
Sabaton does it really well. Like, they go in and they find these things and they make the music videos, and they're very good. So let's do this. Let me play a little bit of this song so everybody kind of gets up, because I feel like a majority of the people that are listening to the show, at least right now, probably have no idea what Sabaton sounds like or what this song sounds like. So
completely fair.
But I think that
up until yesterday, I didn't either.
Yeah, but I think for folks who maybe have a preconceived notion as to what this could sound, I think you'll be a little surprised. So let's listen to a little bit of Sabaton's Christmas Truce. Kind of what you would think. Always long openings.
on several of these.
Silence. Oh, I remember the silence on a cold winter day.
I don't know, like a Celtic
After
sound
many
to it a
months
little
on
bit.
the battlefield, and we were used to the violence. Then all the candles went silent, and the snow fell. Voices sang to me from no man's land. We are all friends.
It's good stuff, man.
And today we're all brothers, tonight we're all friends.
Which is great. This is
Moment of peace in a war that
You can almost see this being a song on Broadway.
yeah.
we drink and unite. Now Christmas has arrived and the snow turns the ground white. Hear carols from the trenches.
Yeah, so listen, it's a really cool song, and especially once again, if you are very much into bands that create music about historical events, I mean, this is right from that. And as I was saying before, that this is based on that, which is so crazy to me, especially during World War, like that you could be, which, you know, as we know, World War I was not. No war is pretty. So
Yeah.
the fact that they could stop enough to celebrate Christmas and then kind of go back to, you know, having war is mind-boggling to me. But I think this song does a really good job painting the picture and telling that story from history. So I think it's a good tune, man. I think it's a good tune. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below if, what you're thinking about Sabaton's Christmas Truce. I once again am shocked that you put this on the list, but I understand where you're coming from, and I understand why now that you put it on the list and why this song spoke to you. So
It just immediately it captivates. Well, at least it captivated me. And imagine being the first person to cross enemy lines to shake someone's hand and basically say Merry Christmas. Like
yeah,
to be that person, to be the first, to be that leader, to take that risk. And who knows how that changed history, even if ever so slightly. It just, the whole story, I just loved it. This will be on my playlist, Christmas playlist, but it'll also be maybe on my Working Through Life playlist too.
Oh, the Working Through Life play. I cannot wait to dive into more of the Working Through Life playlist.
One day I'll share it with y'all.
One day. So, and by the way, Sabaton is from Sweden. They're from Fallon. I'm sorry, I apologize for all our international fans that I cannot pronounce the name of these Swedish towns, but they're from Sweden. And as I said, they do write a majority of their albums are written historical events, mainly wars and significant battles through history. They are referred to, as I said, power metal, but they're part of the big four of power metal, by the way, which also includes Halloween, Blind Guardian, and Dragon Force. So
sounds legit.
Yeah. So, all right, everybody. So listen, where do I rate Sabaton's Christmas Truce? I think it's a good song. Self-admittedly, it's not my favorite of the three, but I think it's good, and I'm actually glad you put this on the list because it got me to listen to Sabaton again with some different ears than how I would listen to Sabaton in the past. I've always felt like Sabaton for me is a band that I kind of like. I put on or they come on in a mix, and it's like I got to be in the right mindset to get into them. And I like power metal stuff. But I feel like sometimes I'm just not like where I need to be to listen to Sabaton.
Okay.
But I liked that I listened to this with some renewed ears. So that was very good for me. So let me do this. So my rating is going to be based on that.
Okay.
And I am going to give Sabaton's Christmas Truce a 3.8.
A 3.8. So this is your least favorite of my songs, which makes it the least favorite of the playlist from today, correct?
Correct.
Where I would place this song my favorite. So if that does not improve our extreme separation, even within the same genre, it cracks me up.
That's hilarious. It does. That is really funny. I like
I love it. I love it.
I like it
but
too.
I'll take the 3.8. And you had heard this song before, right?
I have heard this song before. Yes, I had heard this before.
All of them,
but it's not one that I actually just sat and like listened to.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like I actually sat and really listened to this and consumed it. Dave, 3.8 is the lowest rating. Chris is in his element. But yeah, I had never really, honestly, I'd never just sat and really listened and digested the song in the way that I did for the show. So having done that gave me some like renewed interest in Sabaton, and also I think an appreciation of the song now. So
Very good and so
yeah,
relevant in today's time.
so
I
relevant. I mean, yeah, for real. It's not
it's
the relevancy is not lost on me in the slightest bit.
agreed. Agreed. All right. So Chris, your first song to me was Merry Xmas. Merry Xmas
Merry
by
Xmas.
by Ice Nine Kills, which so one of my first notes is I love that I even know who they are.
Yes, Ice Nine Kills has been a band that I've introduced a lot of songs to, and I've done very well with Ice Nine Kills and you. So
Yes, and I would say we've done more Ice Nine Kills video reactions on our YouTube channel on demand than anything else. And so I'm so proud that I can say, oh, this is very their style. Like I actually know their style now and I can
yeah,
hear it and I know the change ups that are going to happen because it's very traditional to Ice Nine Kills. So I was just really excited from a standpoint of like, not that I'm a fan.
right.
However, I'm kind of like a fan now.
Well, I think that there's two things going here. Is that one? You seem, even though they are kind of on the, when it comes to the meter of like,
Mhm.
I wouldn't say they're traditional metal. They're more like metal core kind of a thing. Which whatever.
Sure.
If you're gonna get in a genre, I'm not gonna genre police you, Amanda.
Oh,
I'm just
thank
happy
you.
that you're liking something heavy. But for all you in the know out there, yes, we all know Ice Nine Kills is not traditional metal, but they're more the metal core kind of a thing. However, I think the other reason why you really like them is that because their last few records have all been songs about horror movies, which is
Absolutely.
your thing, that is your lane. And this song in particular is based on the film Silent Night, Deadly Night, which, if everybody remembers, so for some of the our younger community, you may have seen this movie, maybe not. But I remember when this movie was coming out, and this came out in the 80s, this was such a huge deal that they were going to rate it X because it was so extreme. And you watch it today, you're like, oh my God, as far as slasher films go,
Mhm.
this is
Mhm.
nothing. But because it was a Santa Claus, and I remember the trailer being on, and they banned the trailer, and because it was Santa Claus killing people with an axe and all that, and it was like really so controversial, and it made the movie become even more popular than kind of
Sure.
it real. I mean, it's for a slasher film, it's okay. It's a good
Okay.
80s slasher movie. I mean, it's
What you
there.
expect.
It's yeah, definitely respect for it. And I think it actually, ignited a lot of like the Christmas themed serial killer films that come after that, because
Yeah.
by the way, Black Christmas is the OG Christmas serial killer movie. So definitely watch Black Christmas from the 70s, before Halloween, predates Halloween. Check it out. So this is why I had a feeling you might like this song, and I think this is
Mhm.
why Ice Nine Kills like speaks to you.
It
I speak to
really
you.
they really do, and I am hoping that we can do a video reaction video to this at some point because
Oh,
I
the
think it's
videos. Yeah, we got to do the video.
amazing. And typically, if you've not watched some of those videos, I usually rate the video higher than the song
You do.
because the production they put into these things, I mean, they go all in. They get all the details correct. They nail it. I mean, it's a whole, oh my gosh,
Es-
everyone is
yeah.
spectacular.
Especially we just recently did Meet and Greet by Ice Nine Kills, which is the Silence of the Lambs one. And
Yeah.
you and I, because I hadn't
Yes.
even watched it yet, you and I were blown away by the amount of detail that they got right. Not only in the song, too, because the song they do it, but then the video, they did a really
Yes.
good job,
The
like doing
attention
Silence
to
of the Lambs.
detail and then the lyrics around it. It's like they
Yeah.
sit down, they take notes, and they're like, all right, challenge accepted. And then they create this masterpiece, both vocally and visually.
Yeah.
So I have become a fan, not just because I love their music. I really don't. I just love the creativity and where the lane that they've landed in. It's just genius. Um, the ending is great, and the lyrics are so stupid. Let me pull my lyrics here because I just think so. Now Santa's claws are out. The sinners scream and shout. I made sure the noose was Yuletide tight. So much for a silent night, a silent night. So now I'm slashing through the snow, and the hearse is on its way with mistletoe tags. Thank God it's Christmas Day. Like, let's bring it home with some Christmas cheer. Thank God
That's
it's
right.
Christmas
Bring it.
Day after slashing everything up.
Love it.
It's so creative, so dumb, so funny. And they've got, of course, their hardcore rah, rah, rah parts, but they
Yeah, of
also have
course.
their really good vocal parts too.
Spencer can sing, man. Spencer
can.
has a sick singing range where he can sing very melodic, almost I would say even borderline, sometimes even a little R&B tinge in his voice, and then can get the deep down growls and like he just nails
Cookie
it. Like
Monster, yes.
his range is absolutely blows me away. Blows me away.
So I really enjoy when they pop up on your list because I know I'm going to get a special treat. I, of course, had not heard this song before.
Yeah.
And I'm not surprised that they ended up on your list. And then some, like, even the ones that I put on the list, I'm like, I know he's going to know these ones. I just know it. And sure enough, you did. But okay, so let's play a little Merry Xmas for those who have not heard this wonderful treat.
By X9 Kills.
Right. I wouldn't say this is like your family Christmas party playlist.
So good. So much fun. Yeah, it's not a party Christmas song, but it's great. It's great.
It is really good. So, all right. Where do I rate this one?
Where are you ranking this?
Because I feel like I really want to rate it alongside the view like I always do. But since I can't, because I know that sways my rating, I'm going to give this one, I'm not going to play it, but of the metal songs you gave me, this is my favorite that you gave me this week.
Right.
Which is so funny because if we would have went back to season 1, I'd have been like one record.
Yeah, I know.
You would
totally have given us one record, and I purposely stacked my list this way this week on purpose. There's a method to the there's a method to the madness, by the way.
You know.
My wife was with me yesterday as we made this list, and I ran it by her, and we kind of like so. There was a lot of there was a lot of write-ins and changing of order and things. So this is what was agreed upon before it went over to you.
Okay, so I'm gonna probably get a lot of people that would go, Amanda, why would you give it this rating? But I just think it's fun. I have grown to have an attachment to Ice Nine Kills, so I am giving a little bonus, extra little points for that. So I'm coming in at 4 records, which I think is extremely generous for me, right? So your first, some
jingle bell effects.
Yeah, Santa sleigh.
Yeah, I need
slasher sounds.
Yeah, slasher sounds.
4 Christmas trees, so not angels singing, but definitely no fire and flames nestled in at 4, which I'm pleased with. Thanks for sharing the songs with me.
You are welcome. It's a fun song, and just you got to take it tongue in cheek, as with all their songs. I mean, every song is a tribute to the horror films that we've talked this over and over again, and their style, and it's great. I mean, they bring it. They have a ton of fun. The music videos are outstanding, and that and like you said, a lot of the I saw this one, and a lot of what they do, like if you're a fan of that kind of music, and then also even if you're not, like for someone like you in particular, see, there's just a way that you can that their music becomes accessible because you love horror and you love what they do with the videos, and you're in on what they're doing, like you get it, and I think that even makes it more accessible for people that are maybe not fans of heavy music,
Agreed. I just have such a great appreciation for what they're doing that do I love their sound? No, but do I really love and appreciate that whole package that they've created, that brand for them? So I just think it's genius and it should be applauded. So nice job, Ice Nine Kills.
All right, there you go. So Dave Mattingly checking in with 4. Who's that girl?
Who's that girl?
I
don't even know.
I've had such a dramatic effect on Amanda. It's amazing.
I know.
Transformed her. She would have given us a 1 in season 1.
I 100% can confidently agree with that.
She would have said, "Ugh, my ears were
Ears are
bleeding. I had
bleeding."
a headache. That's a one record." That's
I
exactly what
would
you would have said
have.
in
If
season 1.
that's got to become a clip.
Yeah.
Because it's true.
Yeah. Because it is true. It's very
It
true.
is true. So 4 records for Merry Xmas.
4 records. So Dave saying Amanda is full of Christmas spirit. Sadly, Chris, I'd only give it between a 2.8 and 3.4. Not my thing. Totally respectable, Dave. Totally respected. But hey, not a 1, even a 2.8, 3.4 for something that you're
Agreed.
not a fan of. Not
Indeed.
bad. Not
Dave-
dumpster fire. Not Christmas tree on fire territory.
For sure. Dave, how did you like Christmas Truce? I'm curious about Dave. and
Yeah,
that
Dave,
one.
what did you think of Christmas Truce? Yes, good question. And what did you guys think so far of some of the songs that we played already? Let us know. As promised, I do want to get to some of the comments because, once again, we do appreciate all of you who take the time to put comments in and also make song choices for us. So, want to start off with Ian, our friend from Australia, who, once again, can't join us live now that there's been a time change because he's normally asleep at this time. But he does go in and he puts his thoughts into the comments early and always gives us song suggestions. So here he's saying, Merry Metal Christmas to you all, the start of December the month, and giving and receiving great music. 34 degrees Celsius or 93 Fahrenheit expected top today. Must mean the festive season is upon us. So he goes, apart from the obvious Mistress for Christmas by AC/DC, which is an excellent song.
I almost put that on my list, but I was like, Chris, 1,000%. Like,
I do. I mean, that's
right.
Yeah, it's kind of a standard, but it's so good. It's a fun song. I will have to leave the gems to Dave and Chris and Amanda to bring the Christmas to the table. Have a great show.
I see, Dave. We depend on you so much. That's why you're the VP of the Song Swap Showdown.
Yeah, and then Dave is then responding back, "Hey, have fun down under, and I'll add that Mistress to your Christmas list." Oh, Dave, always on a roll. New Wave Dave. So, New Wave Dave, always putting in great suggestions. Dave Mattingly, our VIP, one of our big supporters over at Buy Me a Coffee, which, by the way, if you'd like to become a VIP supporter like Dave, head over to Buy Me a Coffee / Song Swap Showdown, or use the link in our notes or the QR code on the screen. All right, so my suggestions for Chris. Status Quo, it's Christmas time. Good one. Christopher Lee, the Little Drummer Boy. That Christopher Lee Christmas album is phenomenal. It's so great if you are a fan of Christopher Lee. Of course, the legendary Hammer horror films actor, and of course, Lord of the Rings actor and Star Wars actor as well, Christopher Lee. Stiff Little Fingers, White Christmas. Good solid playlist. I gotta add these to our holiday playlist for sure. Gotta get those on there. So here's the suggestions for Amanda. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Carol of the Bells, which is funny because I gave you a Carol of the Bells on your list.
You sure did.
Twisted Sister, Oh Come All Ye Faithful, which is fantastic. I love that Twisted Sister Christmas record. It is so much fun to listen to. It really is. And I also love the duet on that with Lita Ford that they do with Lita Ford, which is I'll Be Home for Christmas. So good. Really good. And Alice Cooper, Santa Claus is coming to town.
Oh, Alice Cooper.
Outstanding. So Dave also saying funny and weird is my specialty, referring back to when we were talking about the themes for our upcoming shows. So definitely that will be the last of our 3, the Yuletide Yucks episode. Christmas tree on fire is actually my decorating theme this year.
You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Just stay safe.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Mark Ronick coming in saying, I like the new background graphic. Well, thank you, Mark. This is our festive background for the next 3 shows. You know, little Christmas fireplace all decorated, waiting for Santa to come down the chimney. There's no little, you got to put a little cookies out here. I don't think there's any cookies out for Santa, right? You got to put some cookies out down here.
Yes.
Yeah, but thank you, Mark, for referring to the background. Dave saying, my favorite song about Christmas Truce is Snoopy's Christmas. Merry Christmas, my friend. Yes, that is a great one, Dave. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Let's see what else we got. He's got he's also saying a good one. I forgot about Dio's. Oh, God rest ye yes, that is a good one. God rest ye merry gentlemen. Dio, great version of that. God bless Dio. He's a treasure to music. And also saying, I thought you remembered Spinal Tap singing Satan Claus. but maybe my favorite imagination. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's a Spinal Tap. I mean, you would think they may have done one. I got to go check that out, Dave. I'm not sure. Spinal Tap is always good for doing some funny stuff. So, so hey, listen, everybody, let the comments keep coming. Play along here. Let us know what you think of the songs as we go along. So, Amanda.
Yes.
Your second song to me is Santa Tell Me. Not by Ariana Grande.
No.
But by Conquer Divide. Now,
can I make a confession?
Make a confession.
I think you gave this to me a couple years ago.
Did I?
Because it was already added on the playlist.
Oh, so here's what it is. The playlist. So I heard this song came out last year.
Okay.
It didn't appear on any of our shows, but I did add it to the playlist because I really liked it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So that makes me feel really good because I was like, do I tell him that I think he already gave it to me? And so I'm already giving him a song that he already liked.
Yeah, we did not cover this song.
I didn't feel guilty enough to take it off my list.
Yeah. Obviously not.
But I was like, I probably
You're like, I'm just rolling the dice on it.
So, look at us kind of digging a song. Yeah. Yes.
So, yes, I did put this on the holiday playlist last year because I thought it was a pretty cool version, and it was something that was released last year. So, Conquer Divide, just so everybody knows, because I actually hadn't heard of Conquer Divide before this song. So, they're not like this like hugely well-known band as far as in my sphere. Now, I don't want to offend any Conquer Divide fans out there because you may well be like, "Oh my God, what are you talking about?" So, but they haven't been in my sphere of like on my metal vision. So, they are an American rock band whose members are from the U.S., UK, and Canada, and one of the founding members coming from Serbia. Now, Amanda, their origin state is Michigan.
Well, I'll be darned. Michigan, does Michigan, does
Michigan. The band was formed in Michigan by guitarist and songwriter Kristen Sturgis, along with Susie Reagan. The lineup initially began as a 5-piece with the addition of bassist Sarah Stonebaker and drummer Tamara Tadek and singer Kiarly Castillo in 2013. In 2014, they announced that they had recruited Liverpool-based YouTube guitarist Izzy Johnson to become a member, making a 6-piece. So,
wow.
But they have been around since 2013 and have been active. And last year,
they're really cute girls.
Yeah, they are. No, I like the song and it's fun. And I gotta actually check out some of their other like non-Christmas covers type of thing. But I mean, we talk about this a lot because we usually say that if a band is really trying to get over sometimes doing a cover song of a very popular song, and we see this all the time on social media, TikTok, YouTube, that it really helps to propel a band and get everybody into their music. And this is just my take on it, by the way. This is not anything fact-based. This is just Chris's observations.
Yep.
I feel like that they did this song, and this did, at least in my eyes, because it caught my eye and said, oh, let me check this out. So, if it helps to get a band over with an audience, I think it's good. It's always a risk, but I think in this case, for me, it worked because I'm a sucker. Once again, I'm always a sucker for heavy music with a female vocalist because I love the blend of that. And I think that they did a really cute version of this song. I do. And listen, if anybody doesn't know the song, I think it's kind of up there now with a seasonal, like it's on everywhere, especially the Ariana Grande version. This was a song that was originally written and performed by Ariana Grande. And in the song, she is feeling let down by Santa as he didn't grant her Christmas wish. And Ariana Grande was saying during a live Q&A stream that the song is about being fed up with Santa because he doesn't necessarily pull through all the time. This was originally released on Ariana Grande's second holiday release in following up her 2013 Christmas Kisses EP. So this was a song, and she also performed this 2014 at the very Grammy Christmas. And so this song, has been covered by quite a few artists, and it was released as a single only in 2014. It went to number 12 on the U.S. charts and number 11 on the UK charts. So
wow, that's not bad.
Song then was covered by a lot of artists, by the way, since then.
Sure.
Which, that's what happens with good Christmas songs. They get covered a lot.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just keep waiting for that like brand new one that I'm like, oh, this is going to be forever out there.
Yeah.
Because there were so many original staples that are on every Christmas playlist, and
Yeah.
I'm excited to always, because I love Christmas so much, that I'm always excited to see what that next one that like Owen's family would listen to,
Yeah. So
you know?
what did you think about this song? Why did you put this on your list? What was your
It just
reason behind this?
immediately like captivated me. It just pulled me in. And, I did not realize at the time that Ariana like had sang this. Which completely makes sense now that you say that, because I go, oh my gosh, they do sound very similar in a lot of ways. They just took such a spin and added that little bit of edge to it. So had we not went down this episode, I probably would not have found that song. But when I found it, it spoke to me right away. It was fun. It was silly. The girls were adorable. You know how you get like a cute little preview when
Yeah.
Spotify is playing it? I was like, oh my gosh, they're adorable. Like little babies. I just appreciated the whole little package. It was really cute. So it's a lighthearted, fun little song.
And now that they were founded in Michigan.
I know, that's so cute. I wonder how close they are. Like,
I
are
know.
they still here?
I don't know. I don't know. You'd have to do some investigation. You
Copper
have to
Divide. Are you still in Michigan?
Maybe you
I'll
can
take you out
come.
for coffee.
That's right. You can come to Pressed Rose.
Yes. You want to do Christmas in Ida next year?
Yeah, there you go. They could do a little acoustic performance.
Yeah, I
For
mean,
Christmas
they're
in
always doing
Ida.
country people, but they could probably put a little country spin to it.
That's right. They could put a little.
They
country
got the
spin to it.
talent. I know it.
Yeah. All right. So let's check out a little bit of Conquer Divide's Santa Tell Me.
If you're really there, don't make me fall in love again if he won't be here next year.
Had they not had that beginning of her singing,
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have been so captivated.
Right.
Feeling Christmas all around, and I'm trying to play it cool, but it's hard
good.
to
It's a good
focus
version.
when I see him walking across the room. Let it snow is blasting out, but I won't get in the mood. I'm avoiding every mistletoe until I know it's true love.
I like the
that
speed up there.
he thinks of. So next Christmas, I'm not all alone, boy. Santa, tell me if you're really there. Don't make me fall in love again if he won't be here next year. Santa, tell me if he really cares, 'cause I can't give it all away if he won't be here next
So I think this is a great alternative for people who like this song and maybe are sick
Sure.
of the original version and want it with a little more edge, a little more energy, a little more pop. I think this is the version. Like, I think this is really good. I think they did a great job with this. And Ariana Grande, by the way, she's outstanding. She has an outstanding voice. Like, she's absolutely.
Amazingly talented.
I think she's amazing. I really do.
I-
And she
yes.
does things with her voice that most people cannot do. So it's hard
Yeah.
to, I think, sing a lot of the things that she sings because she just is such a technical singer and can just do things with her voice. Like I said, that I don't think other vocalists can do. That's her talent.
Yeah.
So I think to be able to then take this song and kind of still have your own, pull it off and then put your own twist on it, I think good idea. So I really like this version. I really like it.
And you know what I often forget, to your point, where not everyone is like the Christmas cheer type of person. They don't want to listen to the traditional Christmas. And I think people may say they don't like Christmas music because they haven't found their lane of Christmas music that they really like. So I feel like this is a great entry level for somebody who's, no, I don't like it. And maybe they do. They just didn't realize that this type of option was out there.
Absolutely. No, I agree 100%. I think that, like, especially for me, like, I love listening to Christmas music and I love listening to all different genres and I love hearing different takes on classic songs. I find that great, especially when you grow up with, like, hearing, like, the Bing Crosby version or the Frank version,
Yes.
the Elvis, like, the
The
standards.
solid
And then
standards.
all of a sudden you take something that was done in the 40s and then you make it like 2023 version, and like
Yeah.
I find that so great. It's like literally plucking something out from time and like really updating it, and I think it's great. So listen, where do I rank this? Where do I rate
Yeah.
this record? Where am I putting this? Santa Tell Me by Conquer Divide. I am firmly giving this 4 records because it is one that
Hey.
I did pluck and put onto the list
That's so
last year.
funny.
And hearing it again, because I hadn't really listened to it since Christmas last year, just remade me like, man, this is a
Yay.
banger. This is a banger of a song. It's fun. It's fun. Like, this is a good holiday party song for sure.
I appreciate that. And I'm
Yes.
kind of not surprised since it was already there.
Well, yeah, I was already there.
There were some like little nuggets of clues that maybe
Yeah.
you'd be okay with it.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
Okay, good. All right. So your second song to me, moving along. No Presents for Christmas by King Diamond.
No Presents for Christmas. Man, I had to put this on there.
So this song dives into a lot of different songs. Obviously, the main one starting out is the traditional "I'm getting nothing for Christmas" type of
Yeah.
song. But it does go into kind of the other traditional songs as it goes on, because it's a long song. It's like 6 or 7 minutes long.
Yeah, I mean, it's yeah, and it's kind of a goofy song. I mean, it really
It
is.
is
I mean, for
goofy.
King Diamond traditionally sings about like a lot of like myth and folklore and witches and demons and Satan and all this, and that's like sort of what he's this evil character that he plays. And then this was like, so you got to wind the clock back a little bit on this. So I got to put this into some context, right? So
Okay, go ahead.
King Diamond, who I think everybody. Okay, so if nobody knows what King Diamond looks like, let me bring this
I
up
don't.
because I think I gotta put this into some context for people so you guys really understand.
What he looks like and how he's singing a Christmas song.
Right. Well, I mean, so King Diamond, and listen, everybody's familiar with Ghost at this point, right? Like we've
Sure.
talked about Ghost, and Ghost gets a lot of slack. They catch a lot because basically King Diamond. I'm not gonna say he was the first, but King Diamond was certainly one of the pioneers of the look. Let me get this up here. All right, here we go. Want to do it because I got to put this in context for all our video viewers.
On the
So,
edge of my seats.
right, so King Diamond, if you can see these pictures here. Nope, that's not coming up. Here we go. So here, you
I
can see
can see-
King
yeah.
Diamond, right? So
Okay.
he traditionally has
Okay.
like this whole like look with the cape and the upside down cross painted on him, and he's
I
just
see.
kind of plays this like really evil,
Okay.
like possessed. Like he's got this whole character he plays, right? So he was a lead singer of Merciful Fate, and then he went off on his own and just did King Diamond, right? So he's got the look, and this is where the Ghost gets a lot of slack. So basically, they're saying, well, Ghost is biting off of King Diamond's act, which if you really
Hey,
want to go forth, then
okay.
King Diamond's biting off of Kiss's act, and Kiss's bite. Like
I was
it's
just gonna say it makes me think a lot of Kiss.
it's theatrical metal. Like that's really
Of
what it
course.
comes down to. And King Diamond's got a very unique sound because he's got a very high, very, very high, like he's in a high register when he sings, but he can also do a low, but he sings a lot up here. And that's kind of like one of the distinct sounds.
Sure.
Merciful Fate, one of the forerunners of like British heavy metal and even like dark metal, and with satanic themes and all this spookiness and stuff like that. Like they had a vibe. He goes off on his own. And he's still doing like the same kind of thing, like evil kind of sounding stuff. Like records are concept records that have to do with like witches and like really like some stuff rooted in history, but really telling these elaborate stories. But then he just drops, and this is like 1985,
Okay.
by the way, that this happens, right? So in 1985, he just, for whatever reason, felt like I'm just going to do a Christmas record and be completely corny. And he did
That
it.
is, I'm already lying where this
And
is
he's done
where
it
I'm suspecting it's
several
going.
times before. And I want to, here's the cover of this. I actually have this, by the way. I have this record. And this is the cover of the record.
Right now.
King Diamond, No Presents for Christmas. It's him
I
with
can't
the,
even.
with the reindeer, and he's this rude. It's like, it's goofy. So he decides to just do like this goofy song, No Presents for Christmas. Like,
It
and he's
almost
done
looks
other-
like that would be a joke. Like someone just like thought
Yeah.
it would be so funny to, he'll never do a Christmas album.
It just is one of
It-
those things that just kind of was like weird. Like it just
Hey,
and
when
became
you're in the
like
Christmas
honestly 1985 to be a
spirit.
heavy metal like icon. I mean 1985 like the 80s like mid to late 80s and even early night like that's like King Diamond's like heyday. Like he's very very popular in Europe.
Okay.
Like and then this drops and it's like so he's actually kind of like one of the first. I can't say he's the first, but like in the
Mhm.
mix of like being like a really kind of not known
Okay.
for doing something like this, but then dropping like a metal Christmas song that's like corn. I mean the lyrics refer to like Daffy Duck and like I don't know. Did you read the lyrics to this?
They're
Like
nonsense.
Donald Duck and Tom and Jerry. It's
It's a
nonsense.
lot. Yes, it's a lot of long nonsense.
It is. It's just kind of like just keeps going, and it's just like it's kind of ridiculous, but it's also like really funny to me. And I was like, you know what? I can't not give you a Christmas playlist. I got a feeling this is gonna rank low, but I'm like, I
Mhm.
can't give you a Christmas metal playlist without giving
I
you
can appreciate that.
No Presents for Christmas by King Diamond. I think I would
Well,
lose my metal cred status, and my card would be ripped up and thrown away
okay.
if I did at least introduce you to King Diamond's No Presents for Christmas.
Understood. I can respect that.
Yeah.
So this was my least favorite, which probably
Not
if I
shocked.
had a spirit animal, it would be
Yeah,
Daffy
I'd
Duck.
be Daffy
Coming
Duck.
in with Dave. I like it. Um, so incidentally, just last week I was listening to Christmas music and that song came on. I'm Getting Nothing for Christmas.
Right.
And I listened to it for like the first time with a new set of ears, and I was like, this is the saddest song in the world.
It is. It is
I'm
very
getting
sad.
nothing for Christmas. And I
I'm
mean, when
getting
you
nothing
listen
for Christmas.
and when you listen to like the mischief that, this kid was doing, like, I mean,
He's
is
doing
it
a lot of
worthy
really
of
bad stuff, though.
he was being a little mischievous, but is it still like I just can't ever imagine not giving a kid a Christmas,
He's lucky Krampus didn't come for him.
which I actually have on my list because I said this song would be I just watched that movie for the first time.
Movie's great, right? Isn't it great? I loved
Right.
it.
We're not a movie review show, but we're going to go into this for a second
We're
because
going to go
oh
into
my
Krampus
gosh,
for a second.
I was so angry. Those actors, I'm like, why are you letting her out the door? Why this? Why this? She said, keep the fire lit. Like all these mistakes that I was so passionate. So Marcus made me watch it, and I had just been putting it off, and I actually really liked the folklore behind it. I
Mhm.
really liked that, but I could not stand the actors and actresses. I said they all could have been alive if they just listened to me.
But
Boom.
isn't that the way it goes for horror films?
Yes, and that's also
the
what I had
script
said.
says to do this, and so
To do the exact opposite that instinct would say.
Yeah.
So, but it was interesting. So I listened to this and I said, this would have been a phenomenal song.
yeah, this would have been great to put in
placed.
Krampus.
And I actually forgot to go Google to see if it actually maybe was. But that was the first thing that
Yeah.
I thought of when I heard and listened to the full thing. I'm like, oh, this would have been such a perfect setting. So while I didn't not like this song,
Right.
I could appreciate it with the elements because horror Christmas movies need music too.
Yeah, and this actually would work well because he is from from Denmark, so he is a Danish artist, and a lot of Merciful Fate is mixed of Danish, and and he
Sure.
particularly is very proud. He's a very proud Dane.
Mhm.
But there's a great movie too where this also could work, and I don't know if you ever saw this. Rare Exports: A Christmas Tale. It's a Finnish
No.
movie, but it
Okay.
also deals with like a Krampus kind of thing.
Sure.
And I don't want to give it away, no spoilers, but it's from 2010. It's a good movie. I mean, and it's like, yes, it's subtitled, but like there's so much like you can easily
Visual.
know what's going on. It's very
Sure.
good, and the way it ends is very tongue in cheek. So I would definitely highly encourage you watching Rare Exports: A Christmas Tale because it's kind of like horror comedy, and it's very good. And it takes a Krampus theme and kind of does something a little bit different with it. And I could
speaking
definitely have
of-
heard this song on there too.
And speaking of endings, the way Krampus ended was interesting.
Yep.
It wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. And I was like, interesting.
Yeah,
Well
it's got
played.
a little twist ending there. A little
Yeah.
twist, yeah.
So if you want a little dark, Merry Christmas, Check that movie out if you haven't watched it yet.
I would highly recommend checking out Krampus. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite movie by any means, but I did
No.
enjoy it.
But it was a very entertaining.
Yeah, Marcus says it's his favorite Christmas movie so far, again.
Okay.
And I'm like, I think he must be in a mood.
Must be in a mood.
So let's play up a little bit of this.
All right, let's play a little bit of
No Presents for Christmas by King Diamond.
King Diamond.
I mean, he's true to himself in this song.
Yeah.
Like all the elements of all the Christmas songs are there, really, throughout the whole thing.
That,
Like Killer Clown. Come on!
perfect 80s metal. 1985. Wish this was heavy for 85, man.
The heaviest of all of our songs.
Christmas time is here again. Christmas time. Santa needs a helping hand. Yeah. He cannot find a single sheep.
So great.
So he's going to the north. So all the waiting Christmas trees gotta hear the monster sing.
The way you like sing it as if it's an opera. Like
So I've seen King Diamond live 3 times, and
Have
he
you
never
really?
disappoints. Great show, great stage show. I mean, that was a live version of the song. He hits the notes. He's great. He's great.
impressive.
He really puts on an amazing show. It definitely, if you're into the music, even if you're not, but you just like theatricalness, like we were talking about Ice Nine Kills, like
Yeah.
puts on a really fun show and really gets the audience into it. And
Mhm.
guy's a great front man, like excellent front man, great entertainer, really is. Costume changes, the whole thing. Really cool show.
It makes you wonder what an artist like King Diamond would have come up with if he was a newer artist now. Would he have landed on that kind of like Ice Nine Kills type feeling?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's tough, because it's like he is from that time, and like Merciful Fate, such a important part of like metal and modern metal, and like I said, bands like, and it's not just Ghost or other bands, but you hear a lot of that, and and these all, and by the way, Ghost and Tobias, the singer, he's from Sweden, so it's like, of course, Merciful Fate and King Diamond, like, because while King Diamond and Merciful Fate, like when you think about from an American standpoint, like weren't like headliners here in America, like how Metallica
Sure.
and like, but in Europe, a way different story. Like even bands like Sabaton, like Sabaton's big here, but Sabaton's huge in Europe. I mean, huge in Europe, but they come here and like, yeah, they'll play and they play festivals and they'll draw a crowd, but not like it is in Europe. Like it's very different, like metal, how metal fans in Europe and how metal fans in America are, and the different types of metal that sort of across the Atlantic, like
Sure.
what gets big and what's not. Like Metallica's a global band, Iron Maiden, global band, but like bands like King Diamond and Sabaton are like, yes, they have fans here in America, but
You being one
in
of
Europe, they're like, selling out. They're headlining festivals, the big festivals out there. Like they're headlining.
them. So that's amazing then that you were able to see them 3 times in concert.
Yeah, well, and this is, I will say once again, living in the New York, New Jersey area, New York, we're a major market.
Totally
So
fair.
like
I
all
always take
bands
that out of the equation.
are always going to come to the New York area because
It's
it's
a
so
stop.
diverse. It's a
Yep.
stop. It's the biggest market here. Like it's the biggest market for
I
sports
always forget
entertainment.
that element.
And everybody comes here to play. So we usually get the chance to see bands that maybe some other parts of the country, because it just isn't gonna, they don't have a strong fan base there. So but they're definitely gonna stop in New York.
Makes complete sense. Okay. Where do I rate
So what do you rate?
Diamonds. No presents for Christmas.
No presents for Christmas.
All right. I it was my least favorite of the
I knew it would
three.
be, but you know.
So I don't want to be not in the Christmas spirit. You know what? I'm just gonna go with 3 records. I don't want to insult it more and take it down into the 2 range. It doesn't, you know.
I mean,
Your story behind it sold me up to 3.
I mean, it is what it is. You know, it's a fun
Not
song.
a point higher, but 3.
Just Christmas time is here again. Oh yeah.
Oh.
So great. And Donald Duck is still in. Listen to lyrics though. Here we go. Christmas time is here again. Santa needs a helping hand. It's getting very, very late. St. Peter's crossed the Golden Gate and Donald Duck is still in bed. I wonder who is going to help. There's no presents. There's no presents. Not this Christmas. No presents. Tom and Jerry, all that sherry. They don't give a damn. Like, Tom and Jerry still drinking sherry. Like, just nonsense. But it's great.
It is nonsense because it is nonsense lyrics to all the traditional sound songs. And Mama Vaglio coming in, you're being very generous. That's the Christmas spirit.
Yeah. She had to grow up hearing this stuff coming out of my bedroom. Like she was like, "What the hell is wrong with you? Why would you listen to like this is great?"
Did you worry about our dear Chris here? Because Owen listens to music that his father would listen to.
Yeah.
So I don't have any like concerns there. But if he just was listening to random music all on his own, like that was new to our family, I'd be like, what? What's Dave's name?
Dave coming in with my all-time favorite band, Ed Redeeming's Quality, did a cover of Frosty the Snowman, but even that isn't a Christmas song that I listen to. He's also saying, the Christmas song that feeds my soul is You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch.
So, Dave, is there a story behind not liking Christmas, or do you just not enjoy the Christmas cheer? Is it just too much? Because I know for some people it is.
It is. I mean, for a lot of folks, this isn't like a great time of year. So
no, and a lot of people have not great memories with it. So I think there's a lot of reasons why someone might not love Christmas.
Of course.
I just, it's in my soul. I think I was just born with the spirit of Christmas in my heart.
Which is why King Diamond's No Presents for Christmas is perfect.
Okay. So, 3 records.
All right. So 3 records. All right. So here we go into your last song for me.
Mm-hmm.
Last song for me, which by the way, I know the song, but I hadn't heard this version of it.
Oh, that's exciting.
Right. So this is not a version, which by the way is like pretty faithful. I mean, it's not like anything out of step. It's just, once again, when we talk about Christmas songs that everybody knows, but then kind of putting an edge to it, giving it a little more attitude, not making it so vanilla, snow frost.
Fair.
I think they did a good job. So this is All I Want for Christmas Is You by Lauren Babic. And I did not know who Lauren Babic was.
This is exciting.
So Lauren Babic is actually a Canadian musician from Toronto, Canada, and she sings, teaches, writes, and records music. She's also the vocalist of 2 bands, Red Handed Denial and Crazy 88. 2 bands I don't know of. I didn't know who she was. I don't know her bands at all.
Guilty, I didn't either until yesterday.
I think everybody in the world knows the song All I Want for Christmas Is You, which is like the probably most popular Christmas song of all time. Released in 1994 by Mariah Carey, went to #1 in the US and #1 in the UK, and pretty much charts #1
everywhere.
Like every year. It's absolutely outstanding, the life that the song has had. Like absolutely outstanding. And every year it seems like she's fighting off another legal battle, someone claiming to have written that song, because just imagine now, Mariah Carey, very successful artist, like even without the song, but can you imagine just writing one song like this? You will you never have to write another song in your entire life.
Never.
Ever. This song is by far, and listen, there are a lot of popular Christmas songs.
Is this the most, like, the most profitable Christmas song in history?
It has to be. I mean, I don't have the stats on this. I mean, so quick stat I have here is White Christmas by Bing Crosby has a lock. This is according to songfacts.com. So I don't know how recent this is up there.
Sure.
Has a lock on best-selling Christmas song of all time. So that's White Christmas by Bing Crosby. Lock on best-selling Christmas song of all time. But All I Want for Christmas Is You is a best-selling Christmas song by a female artist. Both songs are entered into United States National Recording Registry. White Christmas was added in 2022. 2002, and All I Want for Christmas was entered in 2023.
Wow.
So, as of this writing, which I don't know when this was written, going from songfacts.com, it was, they say Bing Crosby has a lock on best-selling Christmas song of all time, but All I Want for Christmas Is You is a best-selling Christmas song by a female artist. So
Interesting.
take that for what it is.
Okay. Well, phenomenal songwriting. Incredible delivery. I mean, Mariah clearly made it what it is.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's her song. She owns it. I mean, she owns the song.
It was written, it showcased every ounce of what her talent is.
And I think that there's obviously tons of cover versions of this song.
Yeah.
Like, and I actually have other versions of the song that I do like, but I'd not heard Lauren Babbick's version. So I was pleasantly surprised when you added it to the list. And I was like, what am I going to expect here? I didn't know. I'm like, I knew it had to be metal or hard rock based because that was the theme. So I knew it was a country.
Yes.
But hadn't heard Lauren Babic. So let's listen to a little bit of All I Want for Christmas Is You by Lauren Babic. Who I think has a great voice.
Want a lot for Christmas.
Like the bluesy.
It's just one thing I need.
Immediately.
I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you.
A little bit of tree, and then it gets a little
Love it.
heavy.
Don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stocking upon the fireplace. Santa Claus will make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. I just want you for my own.
It's a great.
More than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you.
Yeah.
Look,
Look, right down here.
Christmas, I won't even wish for snow. I just want
Let's go. Into the pit.
There are
Into the Christmas pit.
Yeah, it doesn't stop getting hardier.
Yeah, hardier. No, I love it. This is great. Yeah, you gotta love the little breakdown there. It's like, get into the Christmas pit. Let's go. No, it was good. I really dig it. No, I listened to this one out of all the songs that you gave me on the list. This is the one I listened to the most. I really liked her version. I think her voice is outstanding. Like I said, hadn't heard of Lauren Babic before, and what's a great way to then get on Chris's radar is to do a really good cover song of a Christmas song. So
there you go. And
what's a great way to make Chris an instant fan? But no, I really dig this, and it makes me now want to go check out the bands that she's fronting because I had no idea about her bands, any of this stuff. I also love the fact too that she's a teacher, that she teaches music, that she obviously she sings. Like she just seems like so and I was on her website, like yeah, and I went on her website, laurenbabic.ca, because she's from Canada, and she's got an EP out of just her, like just Lauren Babic EP. And then she's got her stuff out with, her bands. Her EP is called Silence is the Only Sound. So listen, I'm going to check it out. I am really interested in checking out like her whole sound and her other bands. I like this. I thought this was a really good song. This is a banger. It's going Well, it's already on the Christmas playlist, but it's going on all my Christmas playlists.
Very good.
I highly encourage everybody to check this song out, especially if you like, as you could tell if you heard, like, great voice, but I love the edge, and I love that she gets, like, the breakdown in there, but doesn't go, like, too far where it, like, scares someone like you away, you know?
Absolutely. Like there's that element of a raspy tone, but
The
it's so
bluesy-
controlled.
The bluesy
that-
quality of her voice is great.
Yeah, it didn't take away from the version that Mariah, like, it was a beautiful blend and marrying of two worlds. And because I'll be honest, I'm kind of over Mariah Carey's version. It is so
It's-
overdone, and I just
This
go,
is what happens.
it's great. Even I mean, and it's on TikTok all the time.
Yeah, I know.
And so while I can appreciate it, and I look and I can really admire that she was able to sing that and it was as successful as it was, it's really too much for me these days. But this version excites me a lot.
Excites you. I like this
It
one.
does, yeah.
And even my mom checking
Mama
in.
Baglio.
This one I like.
Yeah, like it's a great compromise to tradition, and I could have this on a playlist at a family tradition because nobody would get upset by it.
No, it's heavy
not
enough,
over the
it's fun
top.
enough, it rocks hard enough, but it doesn't scare anybody away.
Yeah, tell me how like Rocking Around the Christmas Tree is any different than this.
Really, I mean, you're not wrong. It's just decades separated in a little different production, little.
Exactly. So if you're good
little
with that
heavier.
song, you
Yeah.
should be good with that type of song.
No, I agree. That's a great analogy. I mean, listen, I really like this. So where am I rating this on a scale of 1 to 5 records?
Tell me, Chris Baglio.
Okay. I really enjoyed this version. I really enjoyed it a lot. And I know there may be a bunch of people out there that are just saying I'm standing for Lauren Babic. So they're going to accuse me of just standing for this, but I don't care. I'm standing for Lauren Babic in this song. I am giving this a 4.8.
Stop it.
I love it.
Oh my goodness.
It hit the right tone with me. I'm liking it. I was listening to it yesterday in my car, so I had the car test. I cranked it in the car.
Did it sound good?
Fantastic. I was feeling it.
Would you look at that? Has Rachel listened to this one yet?
She has.
What were her thoughts?
And she dug it. She thought it was good. She really dug it. Yeah. No, she dug it. Maybe not as much as I did, but but
Sure,
she dug
but
it.
She could appreciate it.
No, but she liked it because she thought the quality of the voice was very good. She really, and Rachel likes heavy music. She just Ice Nine Kills is not her cup of tea, but stuff like this she likes. She likes hard rock. She likes metal, but she likes stuff where she can sing and you can hear the vocals. Like Spirit Box, she's on the fence with. Like the Spirit Box songs where she's singing great. When she's growling, she's like, I'm out. She checks out. So
it's just too much. And this is
I get that.
I feel like when we did this episode, I automatically had that cringe of like, oh, metal. Forgetting that metal is not just this.
Right.
It's this or that and all the in between. This being the perfect example of All I Want for Christmas by Lauren Babic being the really great entry level into a metal Christmas album or song. So while I was very hesitant to enjoy this show, I have enjoyed it very much so far.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because I like any genre of music, right? You have so many different levels, and metal is very wide. And then you start getting into rock and hard rock, classic, but metal itself as a genre is very wide. I'm not going to say very accepting because metal heads
but the range.
There's a lot of gatekeeping that happens in metal. However, the range is great, and I put her, she's right on the bubble of like, it's heavy enough to be hard rock, but there's a lot of metal like you're not getting breakdowns in hard rock songs like that. So that then makes it a little bit more metal. So
which
and we could debate this, and I'm sure other metalheads, we could debate this forever, but I think it counts.
And I would suspect there was some strategy because if she's a teacher of music, she understands the listener of music, where the entry level of where it began to where it ended, it warms up those ears.
Sucks you right in. And she pulls it off.
By the time you get to the heavy, your ears are already warmed up to the previous that you're like, oh, this still isn't so bad. So I think the whole presentation of it, the whole package was really wise. I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
I very much enjoyed it. It was my favorite on the list. My favorite on your list.
Very good. Okay. So your third and final song to me to wrap this show up, because we have no Wheel of Themes this week because we did them
No
all
Wheel of
yesterday.
Themes because we spun the Wheel of Themes.
We sure did yesterday. Go watch it on demand. It was basically a mini show. Let's be honest.
It was creeping into like we could have probably just done an hour of just that.
Easily. But the wheel spun. And so the final song for you this week is Carol of the Bells by August Burns Red.
Yep.
Who doesn't know Carol of the Bells?
Who doesn't know August Burns Red?
Have you sent me them before?
Yes, we've done 2 August Burns Red songs before. We did Mariana's Trench, and I think we did Whitewashed. I think we may have did
How did
Whitewashed.
I like them?
You were like, not great about it. But
Okay.
August Burns Red, I love these guys. They're great. And they have been for years putting out Christmas songs, mostly all instrumental versions. They normally have like, the singing you don't like, but very technical. I've seen them live a bunch of times. They are unbelievable live, like just so much energy, tons of fun. And every year they always release Christmas songs. So they've been over the year, like you can go on and have August Burns Red. They usually do a Christmas show every year called Christmas Burns Red in Lancaster, PA, where they're from. And they do a big kind of Christmas festival show out there, like 2 days worth of stuff. Like, and they always tie charity into it. Like they always go back to Lancaster, very much into their home roots. Just outstanding guys, like really great dudes who just put out great music consistently. And the Christmas stuff is great. And they just released Up on the Roof for this season.
Ooh,
so Up on the Roof is out now. That literally just dropped. And yeah, and they put out some special Christmas merch and all that stuff. All corny, all funny stuff. Like these guys, you can tell they love having a great time around Christmas.
It's as do we. And so this one is a really good song to wrap up the list of heavy metal, because I feel this song has been played with amongst the music community for a long time. And there's a ton of different versions of this. Some with lyrics, some without it. Carol of the Bells. I remember singing this in choir. It was one of my favorite songs to sing because it just sounded so beautiful when you put all of the stuff together.
Agreed.
There's a lot happening in a song like this. So when you sent me this, I really enjoyed this. I don't have a ton of notes on it because it's, where do you go? It's just a heavier, metaler version of Carol of the Bells.
And I loved it. And I think Dave had it in here. Did Dave have the Trans-Siberian? Yeah, Dave had and I really like the Trans-Siberian Orchestra of this. I think they did an outstanding job with it. And I think once again, August Burns Red, they're typically like basically a metalcore band, so they bring their brand and their flavor to it, and they're highly technical and proficient like musicianship. And once again, I feel like you hear the fun that they're having playing this stuff. And they did during the pandemic. They did because a lot of bands were doing that like live stream stuff, like pay-per-view, and it was great because you couldn't go out and play, so bands were doing a lot of these live streams, and you could at least pay to see the band, so it was cool. And they did a Christmas one, and they played like all the Christmas stuff, and they did this, and it was just so it was great. It was just them in a room, and they were doing a little skit. It was just funny. They're all dressed up, they wearing Santa hats, and it just was really fun. And and they did this, and I loved it, and it's just one of my favorites. And so when I was trying to think, and I had a lot of August Burns Red Christmas songs on here because they've also done some original instrumentals too. That I really encourage everybody going to check out. They have one called Sled and Hill. That's an EP. Like really, like if you don't like the singing, that's fine, but like the instrumental stuff, I think you guys would really, especially if you're looking for good alternatives, and heavier kind of sounding music, but not like it doesn't make you run to the hills screaming, being like, "Oh my god, my ears are bleeding."
My ears are bleeding.
Yeah.
It's good. And you know what I liked? Even though it's a very traditional song that everyone's played, you can tell they put their own little special touches and their own little elements in it. So they took the liberties to do that, and I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's very August Burns Red. So you want me to play a little bit?
I sure do. Let our listeners hear a little treat.
All right.
I love the sound of like sleigh bells. If you don't know where this song's going at this point. You don't know.
Beats.
What about a nutcracker? I got a bowl of nuts and a nutcracker right here.
Wait, you just casually have a bowl of nuts and nutcracker right next to your computer?
Isn't that normal? It's Christmas time.
Crack the nuts in a breakdown. So good.
I can't.
I love it. You're just like you literally just
have a bowl of nuts.
Yeah.
And nutcracker.
You literally just pulled a bowl of nuts and a nutcracker out of like thin air.
I'm a
like,
man of sharp.
So casually. Is that part of Christmas decorations for you? Is like,
well,
and now here's the bowl of nuts with the nutcracker.
Yeah,
or is that out all year long?
No, the nuts come out around Thanksgiving. You get the mixed nuts. You get walnuts, which I'm pretty sure I'm a little allergic to because it makes my tongue feel funny, but I eat them anyway. The hazelnuts. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with that. Someone help me out. Does anyone else put a bowl of nuts out around Christmas? You gotta have the nutcracker.
You gotta have the
and then
nutcracker.
the little picker things. Gotta pick the nuts out sometimes.
I love it.
Well, you just never know what's gonna happen on the Song Swap Showdown.
Never know. Dave's saying metal's a great variation on Carol of Bells. It's also a great song when done a cappella. Yes. And I suggest August Burns Red for the holiday album. They also do a show in their hometown of Lancaster, PA in December called Christmas Burns Red. Yep. Ooh. Yeah, we were just talking about that actually, and it's great. I've wanted to go every year it comes up. I want to go, and every year I can't go because we have so much family stuff going on, and you know, it's not one of Rachel's favorites things. You know, wait, you're not coming to this family thing, so you can go to a metal show in Lancaster, PA. And I'm getting no nuts.
Huh. Okay, well,
no nuts.
I mean, okay.
I just love how casually you pulled it out. Like, you're like, oh, how about a nutcracker? And here's a bowl of nuts to go with the nutcracker. It's like out of thin air. Is there anything else you got over
there? Well, okay. I've got this really cool, watch this. It's like a magic trick. It's a very cool, it becomes like a bowl.
Wait,
and
do that
flat.
again? Wait.
So I saw my aunt, and this is from the Philippines. She goes to the Philippines, and it's like a bowl. You make it a bowl, and you can put like bread in it.
Oh, that's cool. And what do you just tie it off
nuts.
So it doesn't? Or nuts, or the empty shells from the nuts.
And then
that is cool.
Flat. Easy. Isn't it really cool? So she brought it to me when she came to visit from Rhode Island. But she's from the Philippines, so she goes back to the Philippines and she brings back all these fun treasures, and that's was one of them.
I like that. That's pretty cool. I would be down for that bowl.
Absolutely. So the first comment was I suggest August Burns Red is coming in from Chris Carr.
Oh, okay.
So
yes,
Chris
thank
Carr.
You, Chris.
And then Don Seckler is coming in with no nuts.
No nuts.
You know, as I go into the world a little more and more, I realize my life may just be a little more odd than I thought.
Well, no offense, but you are from Michigan, so you know.
I'm a Michigander.
No, I'm just
There's
kidding.
No doubt.
No, nothing against Michiganders.
No offense taken.
No, listen, no, I will say, I'm going to say in your defense, I'm going to stick up for you. That nuts during Christmas time are very much, a lot of people do, put nuts out, especially because there's a lot of baking that happens too. And, I mean, it is, chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
I was just going to say, there's a whole song about it. Yeah. I've never roasted it.
Do you have chestnuts in there? I've
Well,
never
which
roasted
one's-
chestnuts in an open fire.
I think this is the chestnut, right?
Oh, let me see.
Or is that hazelnut?
I'm gonna make it bigger there. That looks like a
Okay.
hazelnut to me. That doesn't look like a
Okay,
chestnut.
What are the?
I don't
these are
know.
Almonds.
Wait, let me
I don't
see
know
that
what's
again.
the chestnut.
Let me see.
Here, let
Maybe
me
it
take
is a
back out.
chestnut.
But you're right. I feel like it could be a
Maybe it
hazelnut.
is yeah, it's hard. It looks like it could be either or. Maybe
Chestnuts
a hazelnut. Maybe that might be a chestnut. I don't know.
'Cause there's-
If you guys are watching, what do you think? Is
Because that's the almond.
that's
There's an almond in there.
that
and
looks
then
like a
there's-
hazelnut?
The walnut is in this because that makes
No,
my
this
tongue
the
feel
thing in
funny.
your right hand looks like the hazelnut.
That's an almond though.
That
Cracker
looks
almond.
really big to be an almond.
It's an. I gotta not break the almond when I break the nut holder.
Oh, maybe it is an almond. Oh, maybe you're right. It is an almond.
This show is taking a real
Yeah.
turn.
My mom, we used to have nuts years ago with the nutcracker too. Yeah.
See, that's an almond. There's an almond.
Okay. Yes, you're correct. I'm a little rusty on my nuts.
Thank you, Mrs. Baglio. I think, yeah, the chestnuts. What is a chestnut? What even is a chestnut?
I don't know.
Besides them
It's a
opening,
chestnut.
like,
A chestnut's a
roasting on an
chestnut.
open fire.
Hold on. Let's bring up a picture of it.
Chestnuts
Let's bring up a picture of a
roasting.
chestnut.
Because I do think that that's a hazelnut. I think you're 100% right.
Let's bring up a picture.
They're a little booger to open though. They make a mess.
I'm gonna bring up a picture of a chestnut here.
Let's see,
we
let's
can-
see.
All right. Here we go.
We'll do
Hold on.
we'll do a comparison here.
I'm bringing up a picture of chestnuts. Here we go.
We have time because we're not. Oh, that is a chestnut.
I think that is a chestnut. Yep.
It's got the little spot on the bottom too, on
Yep.
its little bum.
Yeah.
Okay.
So roasted chestnuts on an open fire.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Meanwhile, half our audience just bailed out. They're like, "All right,
They
we're
just
done."
bailed. They're like,
"You guys
"All
are
right, they're
done
talking about nuts
You guys are
now."
done talking about metal. You're now talking about nuts and stuff like that. We're out." The
We
stream
extra
drops
time 'cause
right off.
There was no wheel. to spin.
Amanda, the stream dropped right off at like a minute and 29 seconds. Oh, that must have been the part where we were talking about nuts for 5 minutes.
And I didn't even get to the rating. Okay, let's
Yeah,
bring us
so
home.
Bring it
Carol the
home.
Bells.
Carol the
August Burns
Bells.
Red.
Rate it.
I'm gonna say 4.5 because I really like this song. I think it is
4.5.
4.5. I like it. I like this
Wow.
song in general. I've yet to hear a version of it that I didn't like. I do enjoy all of the different creative liberties that they put their little spins in. So 4.5.
All right.
All right. So
4.5
we've
it
got,
is.
oh my gosh, this is going to be awkward math. Maybe not. I think, oh, am I the winner?
So you have 11.8. Right? Am I correct?
I'm 12. I don't know. This one was like, I'm doing it on a very itty bitty part of my paper.
And I think
And I'm
I had-
running out of room because I write so big.
Oh wait.
I write,
maybe you
see,
did
Chris
win.
does his notes in the computer. I do mine on paper.
No, I've been doing mine on paper too. I think you are the winner actually. Wait, so I gave you
A 3.8,
a
a
3.8,
4.0,
a 4.0.
and a 4.8. If we didn't lose people before, then we're really
And a
losing them
4.8.
now.
Yeah, so you won. You're the winner.
I did not expect to win this episode.
Yes, you have won this episode. Oh, here we go.
I mean,
Amanda must be the winner if Chris is lowest. Yeah, no,
that
you're right.
probably was true.
You have a score. I
true.
can't do the math right now, but you won.
Okay, I'll take it.
You had a 3.8 plus a 4 plus
And
a
you know what?
4.8.
I am the winner at the very basis of I found some heavy metal songs that I really enjoy adding
You have it.
to my Christmas list.
Yes. No, we
That's winning.
I think you did a really good job putting together your list.
Thank you. And I would not have listened to those songs had I not did the show. And I truly, when I say I really like Christmas Truce, I really like Christmas Truce. I just think like, you know where I compare it with? Like the so this is Christmas.
Yeah.
Like that, like I just put it in that same category, different delivery, but its message is just as strong.
No, it's a very strong message and very relevant as we were talking about. So, all right. So listen, I think we talked about some really good, diverse metal songs. I think as far as metal Christmas goes, I feel like we brought it. I brought nice diversity to my list.
Yes,
Even some
you
threw
did.
in a classic King Diamond song in there, which you know,
You knew would hurt you. You knew would hurt you.
I knew it, but it had to be done.
Yep. You
It
took one
had
for
to
the
be added
community.
to. It had to be on the record. It had to be added in. I do have that on vinyl, the OG version.
Look at that.
And you know, it is a staple in when you talk about metal Christmas. It's a staple. As goofy as the song is, it is a
Understood.
staple, and it needs to be there. So, but I thought your list was great too. I mean, the Sabaton one for me was definitely the shocker. I just did not expect to ever get a Sabaton song from Amanda Sharp.
That's so
And
great.
that was good. I was really surprised with that one. Your other two picks, great picks. Just not like I felt like those were definitely more Amanda picks. Sabaton
Yeah.
blew me away. That was like, wow,
You know,
Sabaton, wow.
it blew me away a little bit, you know, as well. Like I wouldn't have never thought that would have, but it
Yeah.
just spoke to my soul immediately.
But I like it. I like it, and that's why you know it now belongs on the playlist, our new Christmas playlist. So by the way, everybody, once again, if you want to check out any of these songs plus other songs that we've curated, Christmas wise, holiday wise, whatever you're into, definitely check out our holiday playlist, Song Swap Showdown Christmas playlist. You can get it right now, Spotify. Link in the bio, link in the notes. QR code, or just go over to Spotify and search Song Swap Showdown Christmas playlist. As this really nice AI generated picture of these two people who look nothing like us, but you know, we used it anyway because we thought it was
Absolutely.
cute. These are that's why it's called Avatar, because in that way it's like, you know,
brown hair, dark hair, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. You know,
We're practically them.
We're practically in spirit. They have our spirits.
That's right.
Yeah. So search for that playlist. A lot of great songs in there. A lot of diversity. Every country, pop, rock, metal. Everything's on there. Anything that you like. And you know, if you want something else added to it, let us know. We'll throw it on the list. So please feel free to share that and follow it and listen to it during the holidays while wherever you're going. And also our show here. So listen, thank you all so much for following us today. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, smash the bell so that way you get notified every time we drop new episodes, which is every Monday at 8:15 a.m. We drop a full episode of Song Swap Showdown. We go live here, and then you can watch it on demand. Plus, during the week, we drop highlights, we put up shorts. So we are always dropping new content on this channel every week. And if you want to participate with the show, become part of our community. Over on Facebook, we have the whole Song Swap Showdown Backstage Pass group. Join it. We're always posting stuff in there too, putting polls up, always trying to get community engagement. Always looking for ideas from everybody, stuff to add to the wheel. So definitely participate in that. And follow us also too on the socials, Instagram and TikTok. We're also posting content. We're post
everywhere.
Content like everywhere, man.
We have fun doing it.
Yeah.
Thanks for putting up with us, everyone.
Absolutely. And if you like what we do and you want to support us too on another level, you can also consider going over to buymeacoffee.com and, you know, buy us a coffee. It's buymeacoffee.com /Song Swap Show, or you can use the QR code up here or the link in our bio. And if you feel like we're doing a great job and you'd like to, you know, show your appreciation, maybe from a monetary level, no pressure. You could literally, you know, support us for as low as $1 just to, you know, buy us a coffee. We would love that. Or you can become a VIP member like our buddy New Wave Dave Mattingly, who supports us on a monthly basis, and there's all kinds of little perks and stuff like that as well. And as we move into 2024, man and I are definitely working on a lot of great ideas and some other ways to get everybody involved and participate and all that. Plus, we also have our merch store too, so if you want any fun merch, Song Swap Showdown merch inspired by the show, stuff with our logo on it, you can head over there as well at songswapshowdown.com. And I think we have a coupon code going there too. So you can also get, I think, 20% off on our merch there as well. So
boom.
That is it. So
and
Amanda,
do we need a shirt merch with me holding up some nuts and a nutcracker?
Yeah, get your nuts cracked by Amanda.
All because Dave said needs more cowbell.
Yeah.
It took me in all the directions. Dave,
get your nuts cracked by that girl.
To this show.
That girl. Love it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Okay. So listen, everybody, our next show will be next Monday at 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you tune in. We will be talking about mistletoe melodies, romantic holiday songs. So get your picks ready. We will post it in the Facebook group. We want to know what you guys would like to see us cover. We'd like to hear your ideas, and even if they don't make it on the show, maybe they'll make it onto the holiday playlist.
Absolutely.
So we definitely want to hear your suggestions for some smooching under the mistletoe songs.
Yes.
Those could be metal too, by the way.
You're right. Or country.
Or country, or pop,
80s.
or 80s.
Yes.
There's no genre is off limits.
Correct.
No genre is off limits.
It's going to be a good show. I know it.
Yeah. And Dave, just to answer your question, are we planning a 12/25 show, an actual Christmas Day show? We will not be going live on Christmas Day. We are taking Christmas Day off to spend with our families, because I think if we went live on Christmas Day, we would both not be doing the show anymore. Neither one of us would be alive anymore to do the show. So, but we may release something special that day. So, yeah, we may do a little.
There'll be some sort of content that will go out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Alex coming in. Yeah. We want to see season 4 actually happen.
Yeah. New Year's Day, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. I don't know. It depends.
We want to see season 4 actually happen.
Yeah, New Year's Day, maybe. I don't know. It depends what kind of state I'm in. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely be posting something. Just probably won't be live. But I like that you're asking those questions and coordinating your calendar with us.
Come on. Look at all the what's the big deal? Look at all the razzing going on right now.
Look at Alex
trying to wrap up the show.
Busting our chops over here.
I love it. So, all right, everybody, let's wrap it up. Let's get you back to your Monday. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Honestly, thanks for everybody who has participated in the chat today. Dave, Alex, my mom's, Chris Carr. We also had
Don Seckler.
Don Seckler, New Wave, Dave Mattingly in there. We had Mark Ronick, James Scott checking in, Paula. Oh my God, Ian, thank you guys all so much for your support. Lots and lots of love for you and everybody else who has been checking out the show and hanging out with us each and every week. You guys are the best. And I guess we will see you next Monday for an all new episode of Song Swap Showdown as we tackle mistletoe melodies. That's what it's called. I don't know. Songs of romantic Christmas songs.
Smooching. All the smooching.
Yeah, all the smooching. All right. Any final words, Amanda Sharp? Amanda?
Amanda, signing out.
Signing out. All right, everybody. See ya next week. And where's the thing? There it is. There it is. All right.
Do it again.
Do it again.
Everyone.
See you next week, everybody.